I know you need time to think. I can give you that, but not much. A day at most.
No one knows about my release yet, do they?
I was just about to take care of that. I'll reach out to my media contact. Tomorrow, the story of the Ida visitor, falsely imprisoned by—
Please remember to add a line at the beginning of this lead news item. The diplomatic representative's assistant, Shirley, was taken into Helix Bio Inc. for treatment after suffering from local environmental sickness.
Clever. That way—
Not only that, if we're going to work together, you must—
You know, you're actually very similar to Nanto. My answer to you is the same one I gave Nanto. I'll do my—
I understand your position. Before I left, I made an agreement with Lindsys. If they hadn't heard from me after 7 days—
Now that you broke out, Rafa is going to put the entire Brighton zone on high alert. Even if Lana is running on empty, she's still going to be breathing down our necks.
What exactly is going on with this Lana? And how is Rafa using her to control Kylo?
50 years ago, Kylo constructed the Ark space station. Back then, from that day on, as the space base and mines were constructed, Lana spread through every vein of Kylo society. The Brighton Zone, constructed atop the remnants of the Ark space station, is no exception.
So what's going on with your Hope Fleet headquarters?
After Kylo established contact with Hykros, Lana soon faced a shortage. The reconstruction of infrastructure requires the AI's power, but in order for the AI to take over the new facilities afterward, we must increase her processing power. I was fed up with Rafa using Lana to spy on the fleet, so while the channel was being set up, I used saving processing power as an excuse to—
How are you supposed to do that?
Before Lana took control of the spaceship, or when the Kylians couldn't get AI Noah online, how do you think we managed to pilot the spaceship and explore space? Simply put, I rebooted the fleet's old systems that Lana phased out, and trained the necessary personnel. I gave up the fleet's navigation and Brighton Prison surveillance.
So since Hykros and Kylo got in touch—
Lana has no control over the fleet's confidential comms.
So this is just a recent change? In such a short—
You want to head back to Or-Zero? I'll get you a fleet pass for this.
So I'm just heading back like this?
Your record is cleared in the system, and I'm personally backing—
I trust you. After all, you're— Hipper, long time no see.
You?
I'll explain everything later. Where's Linces? Today is—
You look like you panicked. Once you reached the Brighton zone, Linces moved Helene and Carrot to a new safe house and launched a 7-day non-stop live stream.
Wait, is she live streaming right now?
Yes. She may have agreed quickly, but she knew the risks involved. I'll contact her immediately.
Hey, what is it? I'm juggling a lot right now, so make it quick.
Linces, it's me. I've returned safely, and I'm here in Hipper's office.
How did it all fall off? Is that really you?
Yeah, General Veronica of the Hope Fleet vouched for me and got me out. I'm free and safe, so just relax.
Helene, please let Kara know that the spaceship won't be needed for now. Also, inform the others that today's plans are cancelled, and tell them I appreciate it. Got it. You're finally safe.
Linces?
Don't worry. She was on edge for 7 days, and now that she's finally relaxed, she couldn't stop herself from dozing off. Just let her keep streaming while she sleeps.
I see.
Tell me what's going on. You said the General got you out of prison?
You sent a letter to Veronica's spaceship?
Of course. The moment I saw you being branded a fraud, I asked the General for help. But with Lana managing the spaceship systems, I'm not sure she actually got the message.
Veronica got the message through secret channels and came to my rescue. I was attempting a break—
The General knew it better than anyone that Project Astralis was just an anchor, and Lana likely intercepted the message I sent to the General.
No wonder Veronica asked me to deliver. Let me guess. She wants you to convince me to work with her?
I suppose so. More specifically, she wants—
All right, let's hear it.
Honestly, I've said most of this before. The Hope Fleet isn't just searching for— We don't care about homecoming or exploration faction. Anchor Exploration once carried humanity aboard the distant beacon to Ida.
At this level of
Anchor Infinity has stalled Project Astralis for years, and we've had enough—
Are there many people in the Hope Fleet who are like you? All about exploration and indifferent to whether the Kylians go back to Ida?
Of course. The General spent over 10 years meticulously building her reputation. Many mid-level officers, myself included, have been her supporters since our academy days.
After the spaceship disaster, did they assign you to Ore Zero as part of Veronica's plan?
As you know, Kylo suffers from unpredictable space-time turbulence. Pirates, desperate for cover, risk navigating it, while Anchor Infinity and the fleet only take the safest routes. The stable patterns of space-time turbulence on the Nova path become easier to spot when this much computational error can only mean one thing.
You're talking about Carrot's spaceship crash right before arriving in a— According to Veronica, keeping the communication channel with Hykros running during my time at Brighton Prison, several inmates died within a few days. Word is, Lana didn't have enough computational power, and
Lana's computational power is clearly deteriorating. If this is tied into the recent rumors about the construct of habitable areas, it suggests the project is running into major trouble.
Now that Lana's computational power is hitting these limits, Anchor Infinity will inevitably have trouble keeping strict control over the universe. This seems like an opportunity you can't let slip by.
That's why, after the spaceship disaster, the General immediately assigned me to Kylo's key Zeronium supply site, Ore Zero. According to the letter, your presence has significantly boosted the General's— Your actions have already destabilized Kylo. Should you refuse to cooperate...
I need a moment to think.
Alright, I need to deal with something.
Have you made up your mind about partnering with Veronica?
I've thought this through, and cooperation is essential. Given Rafa's stance toward us, but before that,
You clearly don't trust Veronica.
No, it's because I trust her that I'm wary. Her abilities, ambitions, Veronica's main goal is taking down Anchor Infinity and securing Lana's route access. Against that, how concerned do you really think she is about Shirley?
If push comes to shove, she wouldn't pick Shirley. But try not to worry. I haven't had a moment. Helix Bio Inc.'s machines are incredibly handy. With them, I've optimized Shirley's human-machine loop, so she can now bypass space-time turbulence interference.
You weren't discovered
Ever since you broke free, Lana's computational power has been fading. She can no longer study Shirley, and is left with nothing but a rudimentary brain interface prison.
What's happening with Shirley now?
I used the network to forge a copy of Shirley's consciousness, and slipped it into the brain interface prison, replacing the real Shirley trapped within. I originally intended to bring her. However, after learning your plan, she decided to remain in the Helix Bio Inc.'s laboratory, both to assist your efforts and to
If it weren't for me, Shirley wouldn't have had to endure all of this. Now that she's safe, there's only one thing left to consider.
What's still bothering you?
I've been pondering why Bagus does what he does. Since arriving, I've seen that the universe is full of space-time turbulence, and that the Kylian situation It feels almost impossible to track Bagus down on my own. I know he needs my portion of the source code, so I'm going to deliberately surface and try to flesh him out.
He's not just hiding. He's vanished. I've tried to trace Bagus while staying under Lana's radar, but there's no sign of him. He doesn't seem interested in your half of the source code at all. He's actively avoiding you. Is he really hiding? Maybe he's scared you'll claim his half.
I feel the same way. But why? I thought he wanted my half.
He's in Kylo. How is he supposed to open the hyperspace gate? There's no
Could it be here? Thanks to the Or-Zero samples from So Kylo has always had what it takes.
You think too little of Gestos. No, of me. I'm an evolved, dimensional quantum supercomputer powered by Omnium itself. Lana and I aren't in the same league. Even if Kylo had an Omnium reactor, she still couldn't start Origin resonance, much less open a hyperspace gate. If she were a dimensional quantum supercomputer, I couldn't have appeared here like this, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to help you escape.
Let's think about it from Bagus's perspective. If he wants to get the hyperspace, the dimensional quantum supercomputer he's missed, Lana's been short on computing power for a while now. Every Kylian we talked to said it's not normal, and it's been this way since Carrot's spaceship disaster.
So you think Bagus has been quietly upgrading Lana ever since he came back to Kylo with the source code?
Some of the servants he commands inside the network are scientists studying Omnium technology. According to Grey Fox, outsiders see it as a relic perfectly frozen in time. Bagus must have had multiple objectives in entering the network. In addition to acquiring the source code of the perfect authorizer, he may also have obtained
The closer you get, the more nervous he becomes, racing to finish.
If these threads are really connected, then Bagus isn't simply a Kylian who linked into the... Could it really be...
Are you really asking?
After everything in Kylo, it's hard to think it's really...
Nato risked exposing himself to cooperate with you, precisely because, according to the latest intelligence, Rafa has lined up someone to take Bagus's...
Then the Bagus we've been looking for has always been Rafa's...
That also explains why you were imprisoned. Once you become a prisoner...
So what made you think...
To them, Shirley is a complete technical dossier on the Angel of Clemency.
If our suspicions are correct, Rafa and Bagus are in cahoots.
Then they'd end up with half the source code.
That's why he's been stalling and evading us. He's closing the power. We need to team up with Veronica and get this plan moving as fast as we can. If we can gain Lana's route access, we'll be able to act.
You finally figured it out?
Before we start working together,
Go ahead.
have you or Nanto looked into why Lana's computational power is so low?
Ah, that's your worry. When Lana's computational power dips, it usually after cross-referencing my intel with Nanto's, we believe Lana's
New Project Arc? What's that?
What else do you think? A new human habitat.
I remember Hipper talking about this before I even arrived in the Brighton Zone.
Rumor has it that Anchor Infinity is constructing new habitats.
What's your evidence?
All of the Kylian habitats were discovered by the fleet. If this project is consuming that much of Lana's processing power, it's likely a large-scale habitat, enough to sustain at least 500,000 residents. However, in the Hope Fleet's navigation logs...
Do you want to hear what I've been...
You've got my attention.
I suspect Lana is undergoing an unprecedented upgrade.
Keep it short. I flunked history.
The explosion 50 years ago was a man-made accident, triggered by a normal AI cannot be classified as a dimensional supercomputer. Only those with special...
You think Lana's tapping Zeronium for an upgrade?
So, about Zeronium...
It's Omnium, right?
So you knew all along?
I don't think it's a secret to Kylo's technical staff.
I thought the Kylians were kept in the dark.
As I just said, only the technical workers know about this.
So how do you know that?
My dream was never to be a commander or a captain.
So how did you become the commander of the Hope Fleet?
I initially worked in the fleet's engineering department. At that time, Anchor Infinity was poised to absorb Apex and had begun to interfere in the internal affairs of the Hope Fleet. One day, while I was drafting,
You designed?
I detect a hint of mockery in your voice. Do you really think I'm the type to be trapped in a dusty office
Absolutely.
You can't be serious. In short, I came across several renewed shipbuilding contracts, and the partners had all become. This meant Anchor Infinity's strategy to weaken the Hope Fleet was already.
I bet you wouldn't want to see Lana successfully complete her upgrade. If Lana successfully upgrades using Omnium, the dimensional supercomputer at that point, everything the Kylian.
If your guess is correct,
If this upgrade plan really exists, you can
then we'd better beat the clock. I plan to make my move. I've arranged for you to meet Rafa, and there will be a scheduled press interview with both of you.